How do you get more high ticket clients as a coach, consultant, or service provider? Now, there's a few things that I actually want to talk through today because it's not just one component that's going to help you attract high ticket clients and start helping you earn more money for the same amount of work that you're actually doing, okay? So first and foremost, let's define high ticket. High ticket, in my opinion, is anything £2,000 plus. In regards to the service that you actually sell, okay? Anything low ticket is then classed as anything below that. Now, you might be prioritizing monthly recurring revenue, you might be selling low ticket courses, low ticket communities. I don't know what service you're actually delivering right now, but anything high ticket is £2,000 plus, in my opinion, okay? Some people argue with that, some people say a lot higher, some people say slightly less. Just my opinion. It's in the realm of thousands plus, okay? That's how you got to look at high ticket when it comes to your service. Now, there's a few things that you can do to start to attract high ticket and start to get those right clients coming through. Number one is your target market. So the people that you're actually going after, your perfect type of clientele, and the people that you've actually built your service for. The way that you deliver your service to that type of client to get that very specific type of client the result that they actually want. Is that a high ticket problem that you're actually solving with your service, or is it a low ticket problem? That's something that you've got to ask, okay? For example, if you're selling a service that actually helps someone build out, let's say, a team within their business, you're clearly helping them scale out their team and scale out their business. Therefore, you can demand a high ticket price for that because the impact that you'll actually have from the results of helping with that problem is quite a big problem, quite a big solution that you're actually solving there, okay, for that company. You could be helping that company make hundreds of thousands of pounds, if not millions of pounds, for your high ticket service, okay? Whereas if you compare that to, you can help someone prune flowers in your garden and you do like a little course for that, for example, you could help the average like older lady or older gentleman, let's say, prune their flowers in their garden and they could pay you £47 for a course for that, okay? So it's a very, very low ticket solution and a low ticket problem that you're actually offering. So number one, look at the market that you're actually targeting and make sure that it's a high ticket market that you're actually going after with your company, okay? Number two, the way that you actually act and the way that you actually are is very, very important. Now, I've got an example here, okay, when it comes to like being someone that is actually high ticket worthy and someone that actually attracts. When I was general managing a private personal training studio, I actually used to general manage that was just a title, general manager. I was just managing the club. We had 6 or 7 personal trainers that were actually working in this private facility, and they would sell their own personal training, and we would sell the gym membership as well. And it was a very private studio. Now, a lot of the trainers, and this is by no means being judgmental or we're not judging them, but the way that we wanted to steer the gym was going slightly higher ticket in regards to the price points, but our trainers didn't quite match that. So they might have had scruffy hair that day, they might have been just on time for work, they might not have been in shape themselves selling personal training. There was just a few key elements there that was butting heads with the direction we wanted to go in with the company and the trainers that we actually had. So one of the things that I actually did, and one of the things that I recommend that you do within your company, is put your team or put yourself in a high ticket environment. So go to a Michelin star restaurant, go to a 5-star hotel, go to somewhere that you know is higher level in regards to the experience that you actually have. It could be as simple as going to the cinema, but go to a luxury cinema. Like go to somewhere that is high level, that you know is high level, and sit there and absorb your environment, okay? This is exactly what I did with my team. So we went to a really nice restaurant. It wasn't Michelin star or anything like that, but we went to a really, really nice restaurant, and I got the team to analyze everything, okay? Analyze how attentive the staff actually was. Analyze the moment you walked in, the environment, everything was clean, everything was spotless, everyone was very punctual, everyone presented themselves very well. They were clean, they were tidy, they were good looking, okay? Their shirts were tucked in. The knives and forks were neatly aligned. Like every single element of the environment of that restaurant was fucking spot on and high level. So therefore, when it comes to charging higher prices on that menu, they can demand that because they attract that environment. That's why people get Michelin stars when it comes to restaurants. That's why hotels get certain ratings, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star plus, okay, when it comes to their ratings. If you put yourself in a high ticket environment, you start to see the differences in regards to where you are right now, in regards to a service deliverer, a service provider, and where you need to get to, what you need to aspire to. So for myself personally, I'm always 15 minutes early to fucking everything. I'm always early. It was a saying my granddad always used to say, if you're on time, you're late. I've always kind of lived by that. Always be early to everything that you do. Make sure that you're presented. Have a fucking shower, do your hair, brush your teeth, look presentable, okay? I've got a beard, but I make sure that I make it as neat as possible, okay? I make a bit of an effort, okay? I'm not the best looking guy on the planet, but I make an effort, okay? When you walk in a room, shake someone's hand, look them in the eye. Make sure you do these little things and you pick up on these little things. And you can pick up on these things from environments that you know are out there. You know these places are higher luxury. Go to them, experience them. This is why people say, and you don't have to go to this extent, but people say if you take a business class flight, your mindset will level up to that business class experience, and then it will help you make more money in the future. I'm not saying you've got to go and spend and invest in a business class flight, but it's the same perspective. You're putting yourself in that environment, and it forces you to level up your professionalism. It forces you to become a lot more higher ticket, okay? So we've got a target market, and we have you. Secondary, we have your results, and we have your service itself, okay? Does your service cater towards your target market? Is your service high ticket? Is your service above and beyond? Now, this is all down to under promising and over delivering, not the other way around. So what I mean by that, if you say to your clients, you will have this by this date, and you deliver that earlier, that's a phenomenal service. If you're late in regards to the delivery, that's a poor service. Very, very quick misconception. And this is where if you look at big companies like Amazon as an example, this is why they're the number one distribution company on the planet, because of their logistics. They're just so damn fast, and it's set the standard, it's raised the bar for any delivery or logistics company out there because they're so fast. So you've got to make sure the way you deliver your service is high standard all the time, and it's consistent all the time as well. And you never lower your standards, no matter what. You always show up. Be that person if things happen in life as well. So if things happen in your personal life, or things go wrong, or like whatever problems kind of come your way, you show up no matter what. You're always there, you're always professional, you're raising the bar, and you're leading by example. And these are all traits of someone that can actually attract high ticket. So your market, how you actually present yourself in regards to the way that you look and the way that you actually act, and how you deliver your service, all of these things combined create a version of you where you actually start to attract high ticket clients coming through. So what I recommend you do is have a bit of self-reflection right now and be honest. Are you someone that is high ticket worthy? Can you improve your professionalism? Can you improve the way that you look, the way that you act, the way that you deliver your service? Can you solve high ticket problems? Can you actually solve them, or do you need to go away and learn how to actually solve them? Do you need to put yourself in the right rooms? Do you need to level up your professionalism, your manners, how you present yourself? All of these tiny, tiny details are incredibly important to create someone that in yourself that actually attracts high ticket clients.
Would you say to do that you need to dress differently?
Not necessarily.
Because I guess, let's say with Elon Gadget, he's got like an old money
Yeah.
aesthetic, so it's like his target market will probably be people who are like that sort of level. So you wouldn't say like I wouldn't need to like dress differently.
No, you don't necessarily need to dress differently. No. But it's the way you carry yourself is like really, really important.
Conviction, like Katie likes to say.
Yeah. Conviction. You got to be clear. You got to be precise in what you're saying. It's like if you look at some of the Americans, for example, like if you look at your Andy Frisellas, or you look at your Bedrosses, or
the way they speak.
like it's the way they carry themselves. They have aura. They have conviction in everything that they're actually saying. So it's not necessarily the way that they dress, but also if you look at people like that, the way that they dress is very dictated by the shape that they're in, which is really, really important. Yeah. So you can dress how you want to dress if you're in shape and still attract those high ticket clients. But if you're like fat, lazy, and out of shape, and then
it's a fat man in a suit is different to
exactly,
in a suit.
Exactly. You can have a fat man in a suit look way worse than someone who's shredded and wearing a Primark t-shirt, for example. Like you've got that difference there as well. But high ticket clients is all of those things, all of those little components.
What sort of high ticket problems would you say coaches have?
In regards to what the clients that they actually serve?
Yeah, I guess that the question I'm trying to ask is, because you're saying learn to solve high ticket problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What would I need to know in order for me to kind of, I guess, appeal for more high ticket coaches?
So you've got to understand your market first and foremost. So for example, if you're, let's say you're fitness coaching, and you're fitness coaching someone that is like in the corporate world, for example, and they know that if they get in shape, their confidence will be up, their energy will be up, the way they walk in a room will be like more prominent and more confident in the way they actually carry themselves. They're more likely to get that promotion and perform better at work and then actually get a pay rise. So now all of a sudden the problem that you solve and the solution that you brought is way, way higher than someone that, let's say is, and there's no disrespect, but let's say someone who's stacking shelves at Tesco and they get in shape. Like way, way different, way different. Unless, and again, there's another angle that you can look at that. Let's say someone is really struggling from like a dating perspective, and it's really, really important to them that they actually get in shape and have the confidence in order to actually date. Now, all of a sudden, they're solving a bigger problem because it's a bigger problem to that individual. So if you really, really understand your market, then that's where you can charge and demand more high ticket.
So from my position as a videographer, what sort of things would that entail?
So you've got to target people that understand the importance of videography. They understand the importance of content. Yeah, so for example, like you won't be able to charge high ticket to someone that wants to casually create Instagram posts. You need to target people that understand the importance of marketing, understanding the importance of eyeballs, and understand the importance of traffic actually coming through. Those are the people that you need to target, and then you can charge like a higher price point for that because they understand the value in it. They understand that the solution that you're actually bringing. Like I said, the person who casually wants to do some Instagram posts, you probably had that. They don't take it seriously.
I had it yesterday.
I'll have like a sales call and someone will say, I want to achieve 10 grand a month. And I'll say, why?
Yeah.
Because they don't value that 10 grand a month. They've just plucked a number out of thin air. So I'll actively say, you're actually not the right fit for me right now. This is why. This is what I recommend you go in, work on yourself. And when you're in a position where you could actually fit this program, then I'll take you on. So you're sticking to your standards. You're not lowering that bar. So like attracting high ticket, you're staying high ticket yourself, and you've got to say no to anyone that doesn't match that. You've got to.